Hey everyone, and welcome! We're going to dive deep into the IGCSE Mathematics 0580 exam today. If you've been feeling a little bit lost trying to figure out the difference between core and extended, or you're just not sure which papers you're supposed to be taking, well, you are in exactly the right place. Our whole goal here is to give you a super clear map of the exam structure. That way you can prepare with total confidence. So let's get right into it.
These questions right here, core or extended, calculator or no calculator. Look, if this is what's been swirling around in your head, don't worry. The IGCSE math assessment, it can seem pretty complex at first with all its different tiers and papers, but I promise, by the time we're done here, you are going to have a crystal clear roadmap of exactly what to expect. All that confusion, it's about to disappear.
Okay, let's start with the big one. This is pretty much the first and honestly the most important decision you're going to make on your IGCSE maths journey, and that's choosing your path. Are you going to go for the core curriculum, or are you ready to step up to the challenge of the extended curriculum? Let's break down exactly what that choice means for you.
So let's lay it all out, side by side. It really comes down to your personal goal. Think about it. Are you aiming for a really solid foundational understanding of math, targeting grades from C down to G? Then yeah, the core tier is going to be your path. That means you'll be taking papers 1 and 3. On the other hand, if you've got your sights set on those top grades, the A stars and the A's, and maybe you're even thinking about studying math later on, well, that's when the extended tier is calling your name. That's papers 2 and 4. The big takeaway here, it's all about aligning your choice with your own ambitions.
Okay, so you've hopefully got an idea of which path you're on. But what's the deal with all these paper numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4? What do they actually mean? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. And here's something important to remember. No matter which path you take, core or extended, you're going to sit 2 papers, just 2. And those 2 papers together, they make up 100% of your final grade. That's it.
All right, if you're a core student, let's talk about your first exam, paper 1. You've got an hour and a half to work with, it's worth 80 marks, and here's the absolute key thing to remember. No calculators allowed. That's right, put them away. This paper is all about testing your core skills, your fundamental understanding, and how good your mental arithmetic is.
Now, for your second paper as a core student, we have paper 3. You'll notice the timing is the same, an hour and a half, and it's also worth 80 marks. But there is one massive difference. This time, your scientific calculator is not just allowed, it's an absolute must-have. This is where you're going to tackle some of the more complex calculations, and that calculator, it's going to be your best friend.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk to the extended students. Your first challenge is paper 2, and you're going to notice an immediate step up here. It's longer, a full 2 hours, and it's worth more, 100 marks. But just like paper 1 for the core students, this is your non-calculator paper. It's really designed to test how deep your understanding of mathematical techniques goes when you can't rely on any help.
And that brings us to the final challenge for extended students, paper 4. This is the big one. It's your other 2-hour, 100-mark exam. And for this paper, your scientific calculator isn't just a nice thing to have, it is absolutely essential. This is where they'll throw the most advanced topics from the syllabus at you, and you'll need both your deep knowledge and some pretty expert calculator skills to really nail it.
So, we know what the papers are, but what are the examiners really looking for when they're marking your work? It's not just about getting the final number right. They actually break down the skills they're testing into 2 main categories, which they call assessment objectives, or AOs for short. And trust me, understanding these 2 AOs is the secret to making your revision super effective.
Okay, first up, we have AO1. That stands for Knowledge and Understanding. Now, the best way to think about this is like it's your mathematical toolbox. It's all about the stuff you know. Can you remember the right formulas? Can you use the correct mathematical words? Can you carry out those standard routine calculations accurately? That's AO1. It's basically the what you know part of the exam.
Then we've got AO2, Analyze, Interpret, and Communicate. And this is where things get really interesting. See, if AO1 is your toolbox, then AO2 is all about being the skilled craftsman who knows how to use those tools. It's about looking at a tricky problem, figuring out the best strategy to solve it, recognizing patterns, and then, this is key, clearly explaining your method and your results. It's the how you use what you know part of the exam.
Right. Now for the really crucial part. Why does this AO1 and AO2 stuff matter so much? Well, because these 2 skill sets are not weighted equally. The balance between them is totally different depending on whether you're taking the core or the extended papers. And as you're about to see, this difference really shows you what each exam is all about.
Let's take a look at the core qualification first. Wow, just look at that.
The weighting is heavily skewed towards AO1, your knowledge and understanding. We're talking a massive 60 to 70% of your total grade. So what does that tell us? It confirms that the core exam is really focused on making sure you have a strong, solid grasp of the fundamental math concepts. It's all about that toolbox.
Okay, now let's switch over to the extended qualification. And you can see the balance completely flips on its head. It's amazing, right? Here, AO2, that's your problem solving, your analysis, your communication skills. That becomes the dominant part. It accounts for 50 to 60% of your marks. This is so important. It tells you that to get those top grades in extended, just knowing the formulas isn't going to be enough. You have to be a fantastic problem solver, someone who can apply what they know to really complex, sometimes even brand new situations.
Phew! Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's just pause for a second. What are the absolute most important things you need to walk away with today? The key points you need to remember as you get started with your revision. Let's lock them in with a quick summary.
All right, here it is. Think of this as your personal cheat sheet for the IGCSE maths exam. First up, choose your path. Are you going core for grade C to G or extended for those top A star to E grades? Next, remember, you're always going to take 2 papers, and that's 100% of your grade. Super important. Know which ones are non-calculator, that's papers 1 and 2, and which ones require a calculator, papers 3 and 4. And finally, and maybe most importantly, remember the focus. For core, it's all about your knowledge, that AO1. For extended, the emphasis is squarely on your problem-solving skills, that AO2. Got it? Awesome.
And there you have it, your complete guide to the IGCSE Mathematics 0580 assessment. We really hope this has cleared things up and that you're feeling way more confident as you dive into your preparation. Just so you know, Fundoo Tutor is a personalized learning platform that helps students succeed in Cambridge, IB, and other international curriculums with expert mentorship, structured learning support, and engaging resources. From all of us here, we wish you the absolute best of luck with your studies. You've got this.